Tim, I don't know about you, but I still watch Monday Night Football. And last night were the Saints of New Orleans against the Chargers of not San Diego, but of Los Angeles.
Yeah. By the way, I still haven't gotten used to that. They're the San Diego Chargers, and how many times can LA bring a team in there to be the LA something and them being absolutely nothing? And Monday Night Football, I'm sorry, since Twin D, Frank Gifford, since they were wearing the yellow jerseys. By the way, were they in the Pro Football Hall of Fame on those jerseys alone? I mean, what if you think about the jerseys, the jackets? Excuse me, where'd you get that jacket, Stu? That's from Fast Times, by the way.
Stu Mahan.
So Monday Night Football, the yellow blazers with the ABC on the breast pocket.
Genius.
With nothing is going to ever top that music, whatever that music was. It was the heyday. But last night, look, the Saints were marching in. I actually have time for the Saints. I don't think you do.
No, none whatsoever.
I don't know why, but you're a man of strong opinions. Drew
Brees annoys me to no end. I don't know why.
Why?
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
You know what? Okay, stop right there.
He's a winner.
What does that mean? I don't understand what that means. I really, and I'm not trying to be a wise guy. Was Dan Marino a winner?
Do I have to spell this out? No, Dan Marino didn't win a whole lot. At least Drew Brees has. And the Saints have been perennially in the hunt. And that in the NFL, in a league that's become about parity in the last 10 years, I'd say that's pretty strong. Sean Payton, by the way, that's a funny looking dude. I mean, there's something about his mouth. He looks like it's just something smirky about him, But
so, do you want to know when I lost all respect for Sean Payton? This is a very difficult question, and I don't expect you to know the answer to this. But I'm going to tell you.
You're going back to his days as the offensive coordinator for the Giants, I assume.
The OC as a Giant. No, I'm going to tell you. It's when the Saints. I'm trying to think of who the Saints played in the Super Bowl. But if you recall, the second half of whatever, it was the Super Bowl that the Who was the halftime.
Killed it, destroyed it. And by maybe the best ever halftime Super Bowl show other than Britney. And you know how I feel about
that's
Britney.
A whole different conversation.
Yeah,
and when the Saints came out in the second half, the Saints were kicking off. And I apologize. I forget who, probably playing the Patriots. I don't remember
either, man.
It was an onside kick, and they recovered the onside kick. And I remember after the game, they interviewed Sean Payton, and they said, "When did you decide to go for an onside kick to start the second half?" And he said, "Now this is where you're gonna be with me 100% on this one." He said, "When I heard the Who playing Teenage Wasteland during the halftime show, and he just right there, that was it. He lost me. So
it's not called Teenage Wasteland, there, buddy.
I know.
I know that Sean didn't know. That's called Baba O'Reilly. All right.
So that was upsetting. Anyway,
so
maybe I'm predisposed to dislike the Saints on the back. So maybe my disdain, that's a rough word, but my dislike of Drew Brees stems from that Sean Payton. I bring it up because the Chargers up 20-3. And the Chargers are the Atlanta Falcons of the AFC, but they're up 20-3. Somehow the Saints actually go ahead. The fact that the Chargers tied up, they have a chance to win the game. Guy lines up for a makeable field goal, and he hits
any field goal in the NFL these days is makeable. Just to be clear, I mean, there's no such thing. Right. 50 yards is a gimme these days. I mean, it's the way these guys are.
60 yards and in, and that to me is another farce. But that's another conversation. Anyway, the kid who has a nickname like the Money Man or something ridiculous,
which right away means he better miss.
He doinks it. He absolutely doinks it.
By the way, how are we defining doinking? Because
hitting
in some circles.
Hitting the upright is what we call. I mean, that's a Chris Berman. Doink, that type of thing. And Chris Berman, by the way, is a huge fan of Commercial Break and Fast Money. Anyway, getting back to what we do, I think Apple doinked it today at the Apple, whatever the hell they call their big day, their reveal.
The reveal and the highlight and ultimately you had a case where a stock that rallied, we went on and on yesterday, rallied 6% on, in my view, no news. Boy, did I
By the way, I don't want to interrupt you, by the way, quickly. On and On, the greatest song of all time, Stephen Bishop. Anyway, continue, please.
No, we can get into our 70s one-hit wonders, but I agree. Apple came up short, or you could make an argument that Apple today, forget the Saints, forget the Chargers field goal kicker. How about Walker Buehler and his pants last night with the Dodgers? I mean, Apple almost came up a little short, like Bueller's trousers. I mean, first of all, were those things painted on? I mean, not that I checked that stuff out, but I mean, and not that there's anything wrong with that. But I mean,
since the Yankees have been summarily, basically summarily left off the postseason by their own making. By the way, my interest.
We've already done that. We don't need to go there again.
Waned. Continue. Yeah. So I didn't see the Dodger game. Is my point.
Well, but all right. So you want to if you just on Twitter search for Bueller's pants, and you're not going to come up with Ferris, and you're not going to see him wearing, running around on a float in downtown Chicago. You're going to see Walker Buehler's pants that he was wearing somebody else's pants, dude. Clearly, he left his pants somewhere else, got to the stadium, and asked some dude who was 5'4" if he could borrow his pants. Walker's a big guy, and that dude let him wear his pants. By the way, if I ever don't have my pants for fast money, would you come through with a pair of pants for me?
No. And listen, I haven't done it with pants because, I mean, you're coming to the NASDAQ with pants, but I have done it with, cufflinks, I believe.
Cufflinks,
maybe a tie. The collar stays from time to time. So
you have given me a collar stay.
That I'm there for you without question.
All right. So whether it's a field goal or whether it's Bueller's pants, Apple comes up short. I don't care how you describe it. And 5G, which, by the way, in 90% of our country is meaningless right now. I mean, where am I going to care about 5G? And as I sit in my house and have a pretty decent Wi-Fi most of the time, 5G is also meaningless. So look, I understand this is one of the most important refresh cycles in Apple history.
Nicely done.
The fact that you have different sized phones with 5G and OLED, I don't think that this really is a transformational Apple release. The stock behaved like that today. And I just think that markets right now have become inured. And also, this event with Apple has such high expectations that I think there was a lot of people deluded by price action yesterday. Price is not truth. I don't think this is that special of a phone, but you can't pick on Apple in this world, can you?
All right. So before we get out of here, which we have to do, I'm just going to say, in terms of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, I have one word for you. You can think about this. We can discuss tomorrow. You ready? The word is Sloan.
The girlfriend. Yeah. And then the other part was that rig was pretty sweet. Cameron's dad's car that they had to kind of run backwards, I thought was pretty sweet. But the would you rather, Sloan has not really been seen from properly again since.
That was it.
But Bueller, Guy. See you tomorrow.
See you later.
See you tomorrow.